Okay guys, how's it going? In this video I'm going to be talking about my origin story, how I started, why I started, where I started, what was my inspiration, all that good stuff. And in the background here I'm just going to be having a couple trades that I took last week's trading. Originally I was planning on ending my trading until the second week of January, but I did see some high probability setups, so I took them. But now here at present day, what is it? December 27th, I am taking a break from trading until the second week of January. Not only because this is the end of the year, most likely won't be as high probability as it normally is, but also I just think it's good to take a break at least once throughout the entire year, especially for something like trading. It's definitely good to take a break here and there. Not too long though. Just like they say in Karate Kid, too much of a good thing is bad thing. Alright, now, let's get it started off at the very beginning. It was late 2019. I was 17 years old. And at this point, I was just learning, like transitioning from not knowing anything about the world to realizing a lot of things are lies. A lot of the things they taught us were lies. And I just knew I had to find my own way. I knew I had to do something different, and I knew 3 months into working a warehouse job that was 100% what I'm not going to be doing, is working for other people for the rest of my life. And so I knew I had to do something more, I had to do something different and create my own path. And that's when I ran into trading. I found out about it through my brother. He was already into it. And anyway, at the time I was kind of like juggling between like 10 different things, like 10 different topics, like branding, business, all this other stuff. I was trying to learn about it all at once without realizing that, like, you needed to start by focusing on one thing, not juggling between 10 different things, trying to create these passive income streams that they tell you about on YouTube, trying to branch out, do this and that. No, you need to start off and focus on one singular thing and pursue that. And then once you're successful with that, that's when you branch out and do other things. Look at like athletes. They start off, they perfect their craft in a specific sport, and they perfect that. And as a result, they become successful with that. And then what do? Now, once they have that mastered, they branch out into other things and they do brand deals, endorsements, stuff like that. And I didn't know this at 17 years old. I was just, anything with the money sign on it, I was trying to like learn about it, basically. Now, this time, whenever I first discovered trading, I was very aware of social media's version of trading. The fast money, the cars, watches, all that other misleading stuff. But to my luck, I'm very grateful and fortunate. My brother, who was already into trading, he fell victim to all of that misleading garbage that's out there on the media nowadays. All the false retail concepts, all the indicators on your chart, Elliott wave, this, all that garbage, okay? And along with that, this fast life, the social media lifestyle, all that. And basically, as I was discovering trading, I also just kind of got to sit back and observe and learn from his mistakes. And I mean, I'm very fortunate, and that literally puts me miles ahead of everyone else because I'm not falling victim to all the initial misleading stuff that's out there. Okay, so that pretty much sums up the story of me discovering and having an initial interest in trading. But it wasn't until, I'd say, 4 months after that I actually took it serious because, my eyes were already open to the fact that a lot of the stuff out there was false. So I was kind of like, who do I learn from? Alright, well then this is when I eventually found out about ICT through my brother, and I started off with the Went series. Perfect start for a trader that doesn't know anything. I don't regret it, and I would recommend it to anyone else that's just starting. And this is when I was like, okay, well, I have a legit mentor now with real information, so let's get started. Um, but with that, it was really hard. It still was pretty hard to, choose this as a path as a high schooler, because every adult around me is expecting me to pick some college or pick a trade school or whatever expectations they have for me. And, if I'll go to them and say, I want to do trading. Well, no, they're just going to laugh in my face. And, so I kind of just kept it silent, and I still keep it silent. Because society kind of has these black and white lines already printed out for us, and everyone's supposed to just fall in line with those lines and do what you're told. And yeah, so basically what I've observed is once you start telling people what you're doing and it's something different and it's something out of those black and white lines, they're gonna do one of two things. They're gonna hate on you, or they're gonna pretend to be your friend and want something out of you and want you to teach them and put you on. But, I had to painfully learn that nobody actually wants to see you succeed. Maybe there's the rarity out there that, is genuine, but most of the time, it's better to just stay to yourself and work on yourself and not let anybody know what you're doing, because most of the times people don't want to see you win, and that's just how it is. I wish it wasn't like that, but ego, competition, all that stuff plagues all that. It's a terrible plague that goes around: greed and competition and ego, and probably will always be like that. I know a lot of people that have ruined their lives and blown a lot of money due to those three things: greed, ego, competition. They're just doing trading for all the wrong reasons, and they just can't get out of their own way. And with that, a lot of people just expect things to fall in their lap. They just think things are going to magically come to them without putting in any work. And, that's not how it works. But, anyway, when I first started taking trading serious, getting into trading, if I'm being honest, I really had no idea what I was actually getting myself into. I didn't realize that this stuff would take this much work, and that I would have to make as many sacrifices as I had to make in order to achieve with it. And some of those sacrifices is missing a lot of fun events, not going out sometimes and staying in and putting in some work. And I had to give up distractions, pleasures, friends, a lot. I had to give up a lot. I gave up social media. I deleted it for a while. I'll get on it here and there, but mostly it's deleted. But yes, anyone that's new and is wondering, you absolutely do have to make sacrifices if you want to be successful in anything, not just trading. If you want to be successful in your life, you have to make sacrifices. It's not fun. You don't always want to do it. It could be painful, but it's necessary. Now, what was my inspiration for trading? My inspiration was the 9-to-5 jobs. Some of you are probably like, what? But no, it really was the jobs that I was working. I worked at multiple warehouses, 10, sometimes 12-hour shifts. They really had me working in there, and they really did inspire me to find a way to create my own money and not have to answer to a boss. or anyone. I want to be 100% reliant on my own self and make my own income and not have to answer to a boss. Now, thinking about it, what made me work hard? Where did my work ethic come from? To be honest with you, I don't know. Laziness has just never been in my heart. I hate laziness. I like to work for what I want, and I don't expect anything without working for it. Okay, so now what is my objective? Well, first let's start by saying most people who get into trading, their objectives are backwards, reversed, totally wrong. From what I've observed, most people's objectives and motives for trading, they want to be able to go to social media and be like, hey, look what I did. They want to be better than the next person. They want to be able to flash. I'm not with all that. My personal objective is to make my own money and make a full-time living doing this and provide for my family and give them a fun and fulfilling life. That's it. Nothing more. It's not about getting rich. It's not about material things. It's not about any of that crap, okay? It's about giving your family a good life and giving yourself a good life. Now, with all that said, that'll close this video up. But, I mean, taking everything I said, doing all that, the next thing after that, the only thing that matters is consistency. Consistency in doing everything that I've done that leads up to this point. That's it. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.